ngā mihi aroha whaia, ngā mihi, iyo. I just got home, so, and tēnā pai, tō pātai ki au. MS and strokes, mai whakaaro, both autoimmune issues. Autoimmune is just us attacking ourselves. Matauranga, or so my old man passed away 15 years ago. 20 years ago he was diagnosed with motor neuron disease. My best mate. So I was looking at all fucking, like, so the doctor said, fuck, we'll give you a year to get all your finances, everything in order, because fuck, you'll be gone within the year. But he lived another 5 years, but he was deteriorating, and but staunch as fuck, like the most energetic, active person I've ever met, still to this day. Always doing something, always outside making something, and then going from not being able to use his hands, not being able to use his legs, his arms, his body. The one that he had was progressive bulbar palsy, which attacks your back of your tongue first, and like your respiratory and everything first. So between that and lateral sclerosis, most people would pick progressive bulbar palsy because your ability to die is greater instead of being trapped in your body for 20 years and you can't move fucking at all. But so he couldn't really talk or anything, but got to a stage there. But me and my brother could still tune in and get to know what he's talking about. And he was like lucid dreaming every day the last couple of years. But at that stage, I wasn't much of a reader at all. But I read 2 fucking big medical journals and didn't even know what the fuck I was reading. I was just like grabbing bits off it and writing them down for him, like to try and motivate him, because that was like my worst fear ever, was losing him. Even when I was in the army, like I was doing corrective training because fuck, I was rowdy little motherfucker, so I was, had 21 days hard labor and I wanted a break from it. So my dad goes, he'll say that he's in hospital, so it could get me out of there, so I could come and spend a week at home. So the army let me come back home and spend a week with him. And then maybe like 4 years later, that happened. And later on, I was like, when I was learning the what resistance and manifestation was like 100% I pulled it. But both sides of the manifestation, he pulled it too. And like when he first passed away, I was super as numb, like must be like a defense system that kicks in. Can't really feel fuck all. What I was doing was just doing Muay Thai every day. I was doing little bits of taimoko at the time, but I didn't really give a fuck about anything. I was just, and that's why Muay Thai was fun, because I just turned up to training and kick and punch and get punched and kicked and kneed, and it was like, I was loving it. But as the numbness started to fade away, I heard him in my laugh. And then different mannerisms, I could hear him talking, and then I could actually pick up the vibration that was in me that was different when he was around, and I could summon him fucking straight away. But so for those 2 years I wasn't interested in rongo or anything, so I went from fucking starting to learn rongo as I was learning the even Western medicine hard, just to try and save him. And then when he was gone, I was like, fuck all this. And then when I could hear him, as I was learning each rongo, I was like, fuck, this would have been the one. This could have saved him. 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 And it was like fun doing that together with him, as I was learning how to pick up the vibration. because we're talking to ourselves always, and it just sounds like me in my head always. The voice in my head sounds the same all the time, but the vibration underneath changes. And now there's 20 of them motherfuckers at least that I know. So fucking cool that you asked this part, because I haven't even fucking thought about it. He's just with me. I haven't thought about like looking back into what I was learning back then. But what come up straight away? I'll just wait for this truck. Dairy truck. So I was learning kaira from staring at the sun. It wasn't until that numbness went away that I started getting psoriasis all over my body, and my hair, and my under my armpits, in between my legs, like just everywhere there was hair, especially on my head though. Like the sores were fucking blood, just fucking sores all over fucking the shit. And the more I resisted it, the more it fucking came up, type of thing. And then when I learned about kaira, staring at the sun every single day, which led to me letting go of all types of different food, and then meeting my auntie, and then her teaching me about hihiritanga and all that. But deep into rongoa at that stage, through my son, his schoolmates met their whānau, and they were rastas, and they were vegan at the time. So this was coming off staring at the sun every day for a year, and then only being able to eat plants, and then they were teaching me other types of recipes and shit, and that was me. So I call them my nephews. They would come around every second weekend, and their mum would send them some kai over with. So I got to know that type of kai. And they introduced me to a movie called What the Health. And as I watched What the Health, it was like the one, everyone should watch that shit. It just shows underneath who are the funders for the cancer organization, who are the funders for leukemia organization, who are the funders for, was it Jenny Craig? Who are the funders for Purple Heart? Who are the funders for Alzheimer's? All these different types of terminal illnesses, and he was proving that they were all getting funded from foods that were damaging to them. So you go on the website of Jenny Craig, and it would have dairy. No, it would have pork meals. So with multiple sclerosis and motor neuron, pork is not the one. And especially how that was living, if it was living in those crates, if it had all the fucking back end, like parts of their rectum pulled out, fuck, look at this shit. And this is happening in New Zealand too. They do some retard fucking shit. we do some retard shit. But as I was learning this, I looked into who was the funder for motor neuron, because over those 5 years, the motor neuron society was coming through at least 2-3 times a year, and they were giving meal plans to my dad, and they all had dairy in it. So then I started looking who were the main funders. New Zealand was a little bit harder to get into than what they were showing on. They would just go on Google, but now it's like scholar.google. Scholar got like, as I'm curing myself and learning to love myself and getting rid of all my limitations. Free will, everything's free will. You gotta participate. You gotta participate in the manifestation. I'll be sharing some of this shit. But so DuckDuckGo Onion at the time was how I found all the funders for our government. The number one funder for our government is Fonterra, and Monsanto and Bayer, but they're the funder for, or co-owners on Fonterra. So they're giving the money to Fonterra. Fonterra is giving the money to the Corporation of New Zealand. It's not New Zealand, that is a corporation that's masquerading as a country. You can't be a fucking country. You can't be the land. The true vote is your dollar anyway. Doesn't matter who the fuck you're voting for. If you're voting for chemical companies, have a look on the ingredients list of all the kai that you buy. If it's P318, if you can't tell what type of plant it is or what type of mineral, if it doesn't say it on the ingredients, if there's a code name, you're voting for the chemical companies who own the parties. If it makes you feel good to keep voting, yeah, keep voting, but vote with your dollar too, what you put in your shopping trolley. No, if you're voting for organic, regenerative practices, then that's what, like if you're giving your dollar for that, you're filling up your shopping trolley with that, then that's what you're voting for. You know, what you've put on your motherfucking plate. If all the stuff that you're buying has chemical codes on it, then you're voting for fucking Fonterra, you're voting for Monsanto and Bayer. Poison companies, that's their pairangi. So, when I first learnt that the number one worst thing ever for multiple sclerosis, for strokes, for all types of autoimmune diseases, any chronic illnesses, ulcers, chronic ulcers, leaky gut, motor neuron, the number one, because that was my focus. It was like, straight away when I watched that movie, I was like, fuck. And then I learned how to get into the fucking, people would say dark web, no, because they're hating on the fucking darkness anyway. But that's where the government hides all this shit. That's why they say, fuck, that's where you buy bodies and shit, that's where you buy all this shit. It's like, no, that's where the government hides this shit too. But now it's just, now that everything's free will, you can just go to statistics.co.nz and see who's the main contributor to the poisons in the waterways, animal agriculture, who's the main contributor to the toxins in the skies, animal agriculture. 53% or more every year. So you can add the buses, trucks, trains, all the transport sector, all the housing sector, all the human waste sector, all the plastic factory sector. Like, you can add every fucking thing together and it doesn't fuck to animal agriculture. We think it's normal because we're fucking colonized. If you're drinking milk, you're fucking colonized. Now, if you're drinking human milk and you're an animal, you're an adult. If you're drinking human milk, any type of milk and you're an adult, you're fucking colonized. Okay? If you're drinking a different species milk, you're fucking colonized. So yeah, when I first learned that, after watching What the Health, I was like, fuck, I wonder who's the main funder for motor neuron disease, because they're coming over all the time. And then I had a look at it and then went onto their website, and all the food meal preps are all dairy, cheese. And then what's the number one cause for motor neuron? MS, strokes, dairy. No? Why do they not tell us that? Because they got Richie McCaw going around and giving free milk to the kids. No, because Fonterra's the Corporation of New Zealand. Like, I'm not saying it's the country, it's not Hawaii Tautau. The Corporation of New Zealand's number one funder. And then when I heard that, I was like, fuck, I'm going to end the dairy industry. Like that, fuck. I was fucking, if anyone knows me around that time, rowdy motherfucker. Like, fuck, I'm going to crush this shit. And all my family are like dairy farmers and shit, and I'm like, fuck you motherfuckers, step the fuck back. And that was even before Ātea Nukuro Mahoro Nui Arangi come along. But that was before I met my auntie. That was before I learned how to drop into different states. But from learning that, that's when I learned how to, like, as I learned how to get into the dark web and find all those information, like Vatican files and everything, the procedures that they pushed for lambing, which is the silence of the lambs. And then when you learn about Hawaii ki tautau, that's it. Like, yeah. They chop the testicles off the lambs. They skin all the back end of it, just so this fucking fly infestation won't come later. Like, no fucking no pain relief. Just chop the motherfucker off and then burn it with iron. Nowadays they fucking use rubber bands and shit, and they think that that's not sore for a little baby lamb having a fucking rubber band around its testicles. Like, it's some fucking pedophilia shit, man. The vibration of that is. And then if you're eating it, protozoa turned parasitic. I'm gonna share fucking proof of this shit. Like, I got the full documents, every fucking thing, and it's exactly the same. The lambing industry, the procedure that the Vatican pushed was exactly the same. How protozoa turns into parasites inside you. No, they enslave different viruses. They get this virus within these biofilms. The viruses mate, and then they take their eggs. The main virus, the protozoa that turned bad, will take their eggs and go put it in close to other protozoa. Like, it will be the ant looking one will go put it over there, and these worm sort of ones will come and eat it. And then whichever ones that they eat, it's like they got markers on the eggs. Whoever comes and grabs the eggs, the parasite will follow them back to their home and then eat their kids. That's Silence of the Lambs right there. And then when you talk about the Vatican being a higher race, and then when you talk about Rua Te Pupuke, like he's getting utu because he sees himself as higher in the food chain, but then the ones who come and grab manuruhi were like Mongo Taniwha, Mongo Pare. Mongo Taniwha is like, some would say like the great white shark, but I would say fucking megalodon. Come and got him. Yeah, and then like, so you're still in the middle of Hue Te Ananui. If you only read one side and you don't see the other side of the manifestation, then you keep killing yourself and you got that same affliction over and over and over. If you think that there's something sick out there in your world, then you'll be calling it in. Like, if you think that there's anything disgusting happening out there in your external world, then like you're at dis-ease with it, which is creating dis-ease within you. Because whatever you see external is just a reflection of your inner. Your inner is showing it to you so you can release it through gratitude. Otherwise, you're emotionally unstable. You can't let motion or energy, you can't let energy stay in motion. That's what emotion is. As a thought comes past your mind, you gotta like say thank you to it or feel gratitude for it and let it go. That's why it comes past. Which are the test of the gates of Hinenui Te Porsche. You'll throw a concept past your mind. You can grab it, hold, and then let go. No, you gotta like, you can like caress it, feel it, then have some gratitude for it and let it go. Otherwise you're just storing it behind you. Like my uncles used to do. I used to think they were cool. They were like fucking Ghostbuster type motherfuckers. They would like be able to grab a fucking aitua and then they'll open up a portal and then throw it into the portal. And then later on in life I was like, fuck, where'd it go? And they're like, oh, never mind, I can't get back here. It's like, but all you did is trapped it as a demon, as your perception of a demon in your kete. Dumb motherfucker. No? And then the bigger the kete comes, it's like fucking, you feel that resistance on you. You pull over this way and then the rubber band comes, and as it's coming towards you, that's when you start having thoughts you don't want to have. But when you practice loving yourself, you know, as those thoughts come up, or you can just get rid of that kete anyway. Stop saying fucking love and light. Stop giving your attention to only one side of a scenario, to the white dot, no, that allowed you to move. Is moving, no? It's moving, black, white, every color in between, and the background's moving, black, white, every color in between. But as you turned away from intensity, something that you didn't want to share breath with, you grabbed it. Huh? And in that moment, it shined white. So you give all your love to the white light. Love and light. Giving all your consciousness to this one dot. and none to the background that's giving it to you. No, so you created which is how magic you are. You created your whole reality just using the objects and giving no love to the background. No, using 1% of your ability. Imagine if you fucking open up the rest.